Raise your hand if you identify as a perfectionist. Woo, we in here. Because of perfection, we are not pitching ourselves to bigger and better clients. We are not authentically connecting with our clients and our community. We are not doing speaking engagements which are going to build our brands, our businesses, help us grow in our jobs. Y'all, perfection is useless. Who is ready to let it go? Come on, we gotta do it. Who is ready to let it go? But before you start to freak out about that, I want you to meet someone. This is 12-year-old Rhonda. Thank you. I am awkward. I am not the cool girl at all, although on this picture, you really can't tell me anything. I am on this grand piano. I got the leg up. I got these white tights, the patent leather. Press is done. And if you look very, very closely, you will see that I have rainbow-colored wireframe glasses. However, this awkward, not-so-cool girl decided that she would run for vice president of her class. I had my perfect speech. I had my perfect campaign poster with the slogan, wait for it, copywriters, vote for Rhonda, she is the best. Very creative. I'm like, I'm gonna win. The teachers call for the candidates for vice president, and first up is Michael Johnson. Michael comes up to the class, he puts a speaker or radio, for those of you who are old enough to remember what a radio is, a radio, and he plays an instrumental hip hop track. Then he begins to rap his talk, which again is revolutionary in 1994. And he's rapping and all the kids are into it. And I'm like, this is unbelievable. And it wasn't even that good, y'all. It was one of those, my name is Mike, and I'm all right. Like, it was whack. But the kids loved it. They were all into it. They're waving their hands from side to side, and I am dying. I'm like, okay, how can I get out of this? Maybe I can go to the bathroom, and then she'll forget, or I can dip out. So I'm trying to go through all of these things, and somehow while I'm figuring out my escape plan, the teacher called my name. So I don't really remember, but I think I floated toward the front of the classroom, and I'm standing there trembling. A whole body tremor is coming through, and I'm sweaty, and everything is happening. I'm hot and I'm cold, and I stand there, and I look at the class, and a tear rolls down my eye, and I say, I may not have a rap, and I don't have any candy, but I got something to say. And the entire room of rowdy 12-year-olds is silent. You could hear a pin drop. And then I proceed with my speech. I say, y'all, I don't remember what I said. But as soon as I was done, I hear somebody say, okay, bet. Rhonda's gonna win vice president, so who's gonna win president? And I won, y'all. I won. 12-year-old Rhonda, thank you. And I didn't win because I got emotional and everybody felt sad for me. I won because I was authentic to who I was in that moment. I wasn't gonna be the kid who rapped. I didn't have candy or anything like that to pass out. I stood there in all my 12-year-old awkwardness, and I gave those kids everything I had. At 12 years old, I learned a very powerful lesson, which is going to be the jump start of our lessons of today. I had to own who I was. Okay, Rhonda, I want to be able to speak in front of people and never be afraid. And I'm like, girl, I know we all want that, but I hate to break it to you. The fear is always going to be there. It's always going to show up. A little bit of anxiety is always going to show up. And guys, what happens when you try to push the anxiety away?
Worse.
It gets worse. You get more anxious. It becomes this big monster. So the best thing to do, instead of trying to push it away, instead of trying to act like it's not going to exist, is embrace it. A lot of people get up in front of people and they're like, I got to do a good job. I got to kill it. I got to get all this work. Your job is not to impress those people. Your job is to not do a good job. Your job is to completely serve your audience. And the way you do it is through intention. If your content is the what, your intention is the why.